Welcome to the Tim Runs His Mouth podcast. I'm Tim Young, and if my AI camera stays still, it'll even be more enjoyable. This is sponsored by cigarsdirect.com. Of course, if you want to get all of your cigar needs, you can go to cigarsdirect.com for everything you could possibly want, from your high-end sticks to your everyday smokers, to your cutters, to your humidors, to everything you could possibly want. Cigarsdirect.com. Go over there and check out. They always have deals and sales and all that kind of fun stuff. Also, if you're not following already, make sure you're following me at Tim Runs His Mouth on all the social media platforms. That's that, right? Also powered by American Greatness. Make sure you guys are tuning in to, do you tune in? You go to the website, right? You go to the website, you check out all of the articles and news from American Greatness, a great set of writers and podcasters over there alongside me. I should write something sometime soon. How about that? Instead of just talking, instead of just yapping, running my mouth. On today's show, I want to talk about this this bloodbath thing from the weekend, because I'm just so tired of seeing it. I'm tired of hearing about it already. And this is, again, we are right back to 2016 all over again with Donald Trump and the media. Not Donald Trump, but the media, who will take anything they can, because Trump has pretty much run a flawless campaign to this point. He's been dominating all the polls, so they had to do something. They had to come up with something to try to slow him down. And they just took a one word out of context and ran with it. Really ran with it like it was life-changing. Like he was calling for another J6. Oh my God. Oh, insurrection. He's calling for the end of the world if he doesn't win. Let's see. I want to break down exactly what happened in case you guys haven't seen this. Trump breaking down, the media losing their minds about this. Here's the quote. Now, this is from Biden-Harris HQ. Now, I don't even know. Is this an official account? A project of Biden? I guess so. A project of Biden-Harris 2024. So this is malarkey ends here. I thought this was kind of a parody account or some just random leftist that made this account before. But here is, this is the quote. And they said this everywhere, and every one of their media parrots parroted this. Of course, they're saying, Trump, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. And oh boy, you would think the end of the world was coming the way that they covered this.
Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it.
Boy, oh my, oh wow. Oh, that was the end of the world, according to leftists. That was the end of the world. Oh, it's going to be a bloodbath for the country. Now, you can tell Trump's even the way that he's saying bloodbath there, not aggressive. It doesn't seem like he's calling for violence. You would think that if he wanted to call for violence, he could stand in front of the Constitution Hall with military behind him and red lights. And remember that? Let's see. Hold on. Biden, Constitution Hall. Remember this number? Let's see if we can get him a good image in here. You gotta see. Now, if I wanted to call for a bloodbath, that's what I would go with. That imagery right there. Look at it. Joe. That's what Joe looks like when he's forcing a poop out right there into the old diaper. But that's I would do if I was calling for a bloodbath and saying that everything was coming to an end. But no, Trump, it was kind of odd. So every media organization ran with this. Let's here you go. One of many stories. Trump ramps up dark rhetoric in Ohio. Stump speech for Senate candidate Bernie Moreno. Dark rhetoric. Former President Trump claimed that he, not President Joe Biden, will protect Social Security, warned of a bloodbath if he loses in November. Bloodbath. Oh, dark rhetoric. Oh my gosh. Oh, the end of the world is coming. Here's NBC News also, who forced it. Trump says there will be a bloodbath if he loses the election. I'm not supporting your ass. Trump says there will be a bloodbath if he loses. Oh my God, the end. Oh, the end is near, everyone. Oh no. I have not watched this report from NBC News, but let's see the BS that they're trying to push here. This is a first watch for me. I've only pulled up the article before because this, and look, it's even like the headline This story, I've just seen it being handled on Twitter, but I've not yet seen the video garbage other than Joe Scarborough this morning, and we're going to get to that. Before I tape this, I watched Joe Scarborough losing his mind. But I want you to see, and we'll watch this together. I have yet to see this. Here is NBC News' coverage of the blood. Oh my God, he said bloodbath.
Ohio, lashing out at some of his favorite targets, from the criminal cases against him
It's all politics. It's all coming in from Biden.
to what he claims are the criminal migrants crossing the southern border and destroying the country.
He claims there's criminal. Oh my God, Trump claims that there's criminal migrants coming. What? I've never heard of this before. You've never. Oh, these aren't the illegal immigrants that are illegally crossing our southern border. They're criminals. How dare he call them criminals? Okay, well then, why don't you guys at NBC News house them? How come you're not housing them? Also, I'm tired of hearing a news story a day of someone being assaulted or murdered by one of these people.
They're not people, in my opinion, but I'm not allowed to say that because the radical left says that's a terrible thing to say. These are animals, okay?
But it was his.
They are. The people who are assaulting children, the people who are murdering people, they are animals. And I'm tired of hearing people cover for it. Oh, he's so bad. But hold on, it gets worse. Obviously, they've got, and it's hard to see because I've got the, I'm scrolling here at the bottom. But it says Trump's bloodbath. This is the main event here for NBC News. They pulled their pants down and started touching themselves as soon as they had a word to run with here when they started running with the lie as directed by the Biden-Harris campaign. Here we go.
Okay.
But it was his use of the word bloodbath during a riff about Chinese car makers that's creating new headlines and headaches for his campaign.
We're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car.
I can't believe they actually, now hold on, they covered for this and they changed it to say that it was about cars. They changed it to say it was about cars, and they've had to backtrack because they were fact-checked all over X, which thank God for X, or else there would be just constant lies. At least there's one place that is free speech and anti this government propaganda, the state-run media, as they used to call it. Remember they used to call Fox News state-run media? Well, when you have every other media organization running this false story, what do you call that? On behalf of the state.
Comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those guns. If I get elected, now if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it.
Now he's obviously talking about the auto industry and how terrible it's going to be economically if he doesn't win. It's going to be a bloodbath if he doesn't win. Yep, economically. That's actually one of the definitions of bloodbath. But don't let facts get in the way of a good story that could knock a Republican.
Biden campaign seizing on the remark and rejecting the Trump campaign's claim that it was about only cars.
The idea that they're going to be able to spin their way out of this today is ridiculous because every single day Donald Trump is promoting and endorsing and encouraging political violence on the.
Every single day he's encouraging violence. By the way, this is on Jen Psaki's show on MSNBC. In case you're wondering if it's state-run media or not, when she jumped directly from the White House to MSNBC, so she didn't have to translate her lies and took the payday from the Biden administration. Here, apparently Trump is encouraging violence every single day. Did you guys know that? Every single day? I've literally, it's one thing to lie, but come on, at least make it provable. But this is the total bullshit that is coming out from the left. Every single day he's encouraging violence. Remember, wasn't it Joe Biden said he would take him out back behind the school, the cafeteria, and fight him by the dumpsters? Back where Biden used to touch kids? Wasn't that a Biden line? I'm going to take him out back and fight him. Trump I had no idea Trump encouraged violence every day. Wow, that's a new one on me.
Elected Republicans largely shrugging off the comment, including Mr. Trump's former VP turned rival Mike Pence, who has said he will not endorse his former boss's re-election campaign.
I see him departing from the mainstream conservative agenda that has defined the Republican Party over the last 40 years.
I don't know what the mainstream Republican agenda is that Trump has strayed from, other than exposing the government and the deep state and the funding for wars and who, I mean, does Mike Pence, he just says things now, just whatever, just words, like he gets the script from Liz Cheney and just rolls with it.
Meanwhile, the Biden campaign announcing a record.
Hold on. Wait. Remember they said that Mike Pence made a comment about how the bloodbath. They said Mike Pence made a comment about how the bloodbath comment should be blown off. So it goes Trump's bloodbath warning and then flips over to
largely shrugging off the comment, including Mr. Trump's former VP turned rival, Mike Pence, who has said he will not endorse his former boss's re-election campaign.
Now, hold on. Now, at the bottom, the headline there, their chyron says Pence won't endorse Trump. But let's see, does he say it? Or are they just like bringing up another, they just bring up another comment to knock Trump here?
I see him departing from the mainstream conservative agenda that has defined the Republican Party over the last 40 years.
Hold on. So they just gave you a totally out of context comment. They said Trump shrugged it off. They said Pence shrugged it off, shrugged off the comment from Trump. But they gave a totally out of context statement from him to make it seem like Trump is not or is an extreme compared to the party. They are creating a narrative here, literally by the comment that they pulled from Mike Pence, because it was totally out of context with Trump saying it's going to be a bloodbath.
While the Biden campaign announcing a record fundraising haul of $53 million in February, leaving the campaign flush with $155 million in the bank. On Saturday night, the president attending Washington's white tie gridiron dinner, joking about both real and fictitious accomplishments, including, quote, rigging the Super Bowl for Taylor Swift. The 81-year-old.
Why don't they have a clip of it? That's a filmed event. Why don't they have a clip of it? Was he stumbling through his words?
Also cracking a joke that his 10 p.m. speech came, quote, 6 hours past my bedtime. Former President Trump also dropped.
Oh, they're so happy. Oh, Joe Biden. Look at that shit-eating grin on this guy. Totally normal. Look at that totally normal. Oh, Joe Biden made a joke. Oh my, I love him so much. Look at that guy. I love him. Feed me that diaper.
Former President Trump also drawing bipartisan condemnation this weekend for continuing to refer to people charged or convicted of January 6 related crimes as, quote, hostages, whom he now.
They are. Are they not? Shouldn't they have been released from jail by now? I mean, has anyone done anything to the point that they should still be in jail? Have they all received due process? No? Oh, why is that?
Says he'd pardon if he's reelected. Those comments keeping January 6th in the headlines at a time where most.
No, you know what keeps January 6th in the headlines? Lying members of the media who try to connect the term bloodbath randomly to it. To try to keep it's Trump that's keeping January 6th in the headlines, not the media who keeps pushing it. Okay. Sure.
Other Republicans would simply like to move on. Laura?
All right, Garrett, hey, get ready for another busy week, my friend. Thank you.
I don't care about these people. All right, let's get them off of my screen. I want to go back again, and I'll show you out of context here. Again, this is the comment that Trump made that turned into a headline over the weekend. And they tried to blow it out of proportion. Here we go again.
Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it.
Okay. So they're claiming that is political violence. They can't figure out why January 6th won't leave the news cycle. Maybe it's because they take things out of context. Here's the whole statement. Here we go.
You know, Mexico has taken over a period of 30 years, 34% of the automobile manufacturing business in our country. Think of it. Went to Mexico. China now is building a couple of massive plants where they're going to build the cars in Mexico and they think that they're going to sell those cars into the United States with no tax at the border. Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us now. We're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it. But they're not going to sell those cars. They're building massive factories. A friend of mine, all he does is build car manufacturing plants. He's the biggest.
It was literally Trump talking about the car industry, the auto industry, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to be a bloodbath in the auto industry if he doesn't get elected. It's right there. But no. Don't let facts get in the way of a good story. This is my favorite reaction to all of it. After they get fact checked, by the way, and let me see if I have the fact check. They got fact checked. Even Elon Musk weighing in on this, saying, "Hey, this is a false story." They get fact checked on it, but don't let facts get in the way of a good story. Here's Joe Scarborough.
A bloodbath. Sometimes a bloodbath means a bloodbath. And when he finishes by saying, and that's just going to be the least of it, seriously, these people may be stupid.
Seriously? Again, that's going to be the least of it. Joe Scarborough, hey, if you don't believe our lies, we need it. You're the dumb ones. If you don't believe our lies, you're the dumb ones. That's what he's saying here. You're the dumb ones. You're the ones that don't understand it. We're the smart ones. Listen to us. Listen to our lie. But if you call it out, what do you think? Oh, you must be really dumb.
He's talking about a bloodbath for America. It's laid out in the terms of it. And these idiots on Twitter, these idiots on cable news, these idiots on Sunday shows going, well, president, he was talking only about the auto industry.
He was. But hey, don't let Joe Scarborough not cover for his lie.
And this is
and NBC's lies.
One more. It's just bullshit. Let me say that at 6:15 a.m. It's just bullshit. He knew what he was doing. We're not stupid. Americans aren't stupid. He was talking about a bloodbath. Sometimes a bloodbath means a bloodbath. And when he finishes by saying, and that's just going to be the least of it, seriously, No, seriously. Like trying to create a lie. They tried to create a lie, and here we go. This is I want to show you. And this is a problem with community notes on Twitter because I don't know where they went on this. There were community notes on this tweet. So here is NBC News. Former President Donald Trump vowed at rally that there will be a bloodbath if he's not reelected in November. Now, this was at one point fact-checked by community notes. When President Trump made a bloodbath comment, he was talking about the auto industry. But because there is still bias in the community note system, that disappeared. I'm going to retweet that while we're here, actually, by the way, because we can do that. But here you go. Elon Musk literally calling them out. This headline is deceptive as he was referring to the auto industry. Shame on NBC. Called out everywhere for this. They were called out everywhere for this total lie. Someone in the comments said, Mika looks like she's constipated. She always does. Wouldn't you if you had to sit next to him? Mika looks like she's constipated on Morning Joe, and Joe Biden looks like he's just got a free flow into his pants. But NBC called out by Elon Musk. Now, one of the most interesting parts of the program here is because obviously, they're saying, oh, Trump has called for another insurrection by saying that there's a bloodbath. How dare there be a bloodbath? Oh, my God. Well, it turns out our friends over at Graybian, and Graybian, by the way, great organization. They have a system set up where you can pull all the clips of anything. You just word search. You can find whatever you want. Friends over at Graybian pulled together a little compilation of Democrats using their new favorite Trump word. And this is why this is just a delicious, delicious video. You guys are going to love this one. Now, in case you're wondering if bloodbath is bad and we can take it out of context for Trump, here's 2 minutes. Here is 2 minutes, and we're going to go through them all. 2 minutes of Democrats and your leftist friends on the internet, on the television and the internet, including that man right there. That man. Look at that man. More masculine than me. Ricky Maddow.
But as Politico.com reports tonight on the, quote, bloodbath at the RNC, Headlines calling it a, quote, bloodbath. A bloodbath. Not only is it going to...
Oh my God, it's a blood. Wait, headlines called it a bloodbath? She said bloodbath? They're all calling for political violence. Oh my God.
Headlines calling it a, quote, bloodbath. A bloodbath. Not only is it going to be a bloodbath, but after they leave New Hampshire, it's a bloodbath on her home turf.
Everyone is dying.
That's really tough. Trump has left a lot of corpses in his wake. I mean, we can count the bodies as part of
A lot of corpses. Oh my God.
quote, MAGA drive to take over Maricopa County. And the headline refers to it as an impending bloodbath.
Columnist Charles Blow has a new piece for the New York
Look at that. She's dressed for Easter. Those two lesbians must go to church.
Times entitled A Biden Bloodbath.
2018 midterms, you can bet that they 100% are fearing a slaughter. In fact, the word bloodbath
A slaughter and a bloodbath. Can you tell the difference between those three people? I can't.
and massacre come up frequently.
The Republican Party will be destroyed. It's going to be a bloodbath.
There's going to be a bloodbath one way or the other.
Bloodbath for Bernie Sanders.
Oh my God. They said it at the same time. Jinx.
It's been a bloodbath. They're shaping up to be a bloodbath.
Head off a bloodbath in next year's crucial midterm.
Off here.
Well, by the way, bloodbath. Don Lemon's career is a bloodbath. Got tanked from Twitter. We'll continue this, but Don Lemon demanding lots of things and Elon Musk not putting up with it, getting rid of him. Here we go. Let's go. Don't let that get in the way of bloodbath. We're only 50 seconds into this 2 minutes of bloodbath. Here we go.
Elections are often a bloodbath.
This week's bloodbath for Democrats,
A bloodbath at the ballot box.
There could be a Republican bloodbath.
They'll talk about a bloodbath.
It's a bloodbath. I have to talk about
It's a blood. Wow.
you. And
Holy crap. That was back when Whoopi still looked like a person and not a predator. And by predator, I don't mean like a human. I mean like the actual, like one of the predators. Am I going to do this? I'm going to. Hold on. I don't want to say that without proving that she looks like a predator now. Media. I'm pulling up my tweets. I hate to ruin a good time here. Now we're at a minute 2. Wait for it. Whoopi Goldberg actually does now look like the predator. Get back into the video.
Politico.
Sorry, I interrupted that to show you that she looks like the predator. And this is
bloodbath for Democrats.
A bloodbath at the ballot box.
Hey, look, that's back when she didn't have Donald Trump's hair. Look at that. Changes her hair like a psychopath.
Ballot box.
There could be a Republican bloodbath.
They'll talk about a bloodbath.
it's a bloodbath. I have to talk about you. And
It's going to be a bloodbath all day long.
Actually, I mean, Meghan McCain looks like she bathes in hot tubs full of red wine.
Is in
I wouldn't put it past. Forget it.
for a bloodbath.
Hasn't been a bloodbath on the way down. With Donald Trump, bloodbath. Be a bloodbath.
I mean, look at that. Donald Trump bloodbath.
predicted to be a bloodbath. May not be the bloodbath.
It would be a bloodbath.
More of a bloodbath.
It's going to be a bloodbath in November.
Possible Biden bloodbath this November.
A bloodbath on Wall Street.
There's going to be a bloodbath
In Alabama into a bloodbath.
Obviously, there was a bloodbath. It was
This. By the way, another 30 seconds.
a bloodbath.
All of these people must be calling for political. They must all be calling for political violence, nothing less. We learned that this weekend. They must all be calling for political violence. They must all be calling for January 6th times 9/11. It's the end of the world. Here we go, bloodbath.
We're down 800 points.
This bloodbath at Department of Homeland Security.
and it's a bloodbath today.
There was going to be this bloodbath.
Election bloodbath.
It could be a bloodbath for them.
Bloodbath, possibly.
Bloodbath that went through with the Attorney General.
Bloodbath 99.
Oh, not Joe Scarborough again. No, he couldn't. Oh, no, not Morning Joe.
Days out. The bloodbath is going to look like
Presided over a bloodbath in the diplomatic corps.
Absolute, in my opinion, bloodbath. The Democrats.
Can't even say it. These people it's the Young Turks. They're a community access channel.
Are
Calling it a ticket sales turned into a bloodbath.
Taylor Swift ticket sales have turned into a bloodbath. Oh my God. She must be worshiping Moloch.
Democrats are
calling it a ticket sales turned into a bloodbath.
Ticket sales for singer Taylor Swift's latest tour.
It's safe to say the fans had a bloodbath for the company after the fiasco.
And I don't even think that's enough. I have to give Grabian full credit for that one, because I would have never gone through all those clips to find those clips. Good for them. But again, when they say it, that was 2 minutes of I don't even know how many people were saying bloodbath there. Were they calling for political violence? Did it mean something more? Joe Scarborough. It means something more. We have to, it obviously, it can't just mean that it's going to be bad. No, it must be something more. The end of the world is coming. The bloodbath. Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. You can't allow, and it's going to get worse, by the way. This is, we are in March. We've got months to go before November. So get ready for every word to be taken out of context and blown up because they don't have anything good to go after Trump. They have nothing reasonable to go after Trump with. So get ready, folks, for months of what they would call your disinformation for proving them wrong. But for them, when they lie, totally normal. Just a great time. Great time. And that, my friends, was a bloodbath of a show. Oh my God. He's calling for the end of the world. He's calling for political violence because he used the word bloodbath, just like every one of those other media people. Stupid. They think you're stupid. Joe Scarborough, of course, using that for himself. They think you're stupid. I mean, there might have been a bloodbath in one of his offises at one point. Wasn't there a thing with one of his interns or something? I don't know, whatever. That's going to be it for the Tim Runs His Mouth podcast this morning. Look at that. There's my little chyron there of my name and Tim Young. Make sure you go check out our friends at Cigars Direct. And I want to thank everyone, of course, at American Greatness. It's been the Tim Runs His Mouth podcast. I've enjoyed hanging out with you guys. See you next time.